What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting from the D. Out here this evening getting my 10,000 steps in, but of course I gotta kick it with y'all. Adrien Broner's in the algorithm again. I did not expect to be talking about him again so soon, and for such a silly reason, man. The homie out there trying to skip out on bills. There's a video floating around, and it's crazy because this was like, what, a day, if that, after he was just on the It Is What It Is show and getting booted off of that. But he was at some bar, some restaurant or whatever. The video had him there, caught up. Looked like police was there or something. They had been called. The caption says that he allegedly was trying to skip out on a $2,200 bill. Now, we don't know if the bill was that much or that low. It could have been less than that. It could have been more than that. But ultimately, it is a bad look for you to be trying to skip out on a bill at all. It don't matter if the bill was only $100. Trying to skip out on a bill is a very bad look, man. Ultimately, I feel for bro. I really do, because not that he didn't make his own bed. It's sad to see that this is where he at, man. Like, I feel bad for the fact that this is for real where he is today. He was just on the It Is What It Is show, and people was wondering, don't he got money? Didn't Cam just cash him out a few racks when he was just on the show? That was the easiest money he had ever made, pretty much. He didn't have to get hit in the face for it. He sat there drunk, barely lasted 15 minutes, got asked to leave, and he got a few racks. We don't know how much Cam gave him because he ain't say, but you know Cam gave him a few racks, and he still hooked him up even though he ain't have to. So you would think that he had money to cover a $2,200 bill, allegedly, at some restaurant or bar, sports bar, whatever it was. Truth be told, we really don't know what he did with that money, man. We don't know what type of habits he may have. We do know that he drinks. That much is for sure. We do know that he drinks, because you could tell bro was drunk there too. But I don't know if he a gambler. I think he might be a gambler. I think he has said something to the effect of he would gamble money away, and a lot of these pro athletes are gamblers. I don't know what it is about being a pro athlete and gambling, but I'm noticing like a reoccurring thing here, a pattern here. A lot of these pro athletes, they are gamblers. Jordan, he was a gambler. Jordan seemingly won more than he lost, supposedly. But I mean, if the GOAT was a gambler, what does that tell you? Like, it's a thing. But he could have gambled that money away. He could have gambled some of it away and spent the rest of it on certain habits he may have. Obviously, he's a drinker. We don't know if there's any other things that he likes to indulge in that may cost a good bit of gill in order to support that habit. So I don't know, man. I just can't help but shake my head over the fact that this is for real where bro is at. We were making all types of Floyd Mayweather comparisons to him not that long ago, all right? Just a hop, skip, and a jump back, bro was on top of the world. He was talking about how he was spending $1 million in a few days. He'd go to Vegas or whatever and go partying and go to, the clubs and, the titty bars or whatever, and dude could easily blow $1 million in just a few days. So he went from that being his life to where he at now, to where, man, dude got to show up on sports talk shows to get a few dollars to keep things going. And he ain't able to keep things going that well because a day after being out there, he getting caught up skipping out on bills. It's just really a shame, man. Dude his career and he himself were never the same after he lost that one fight. You know, the one fight with the guy, his name escapes me at the moment, but the one fight with the guy, you know, he was kind of dry humping him. Dude popped him a good one, and Broner had been knocked down for the first time in his career at that point. Like, nobody had knocked him down. He was shook because he had been dropped, and the dude continued to play with that. Like, Broner's confidence took a hit. He tried to put on a brave front, but his confidence took a hit with that. And then later on in the fight, dude dry humping him, the same taunt. You know, people wanted to see Broner lose because they said he was too cocky. I'm not going to hold y'all up. I think that's a lame reason to hate a man. He too confident. He too cocky. He think too highly of himself. I really think these are lame ass reasons to hate another man. You a grown man. If you don't believe in you, who the hell will? You got to be confident in your own ability. The problem is that, unlike Money Mayweather, when you know everybody is waiting for your downfall, you got to be training like you know everybody is waiting for your downfall. You know, man, Floyd, that training he would do, his work ethic was crazy. This is a dude that would be out at different places and then go jog home. And he ain't got to do that. Dude was driving, at the time, a Bugatti. Dude got a $2.5 million car, and he leaving the spot and going and doing the whole, Lil Mac from Punch Out. He doing the Lil Mac. He got the hoodie on, getting the Lil Mac on, jogging home. That's crazy. So again, you gotta train like you know everybody is waiting for you to fail. And Broner wasn't doing that. He was a good fighter. He had natural talent. Natural talent, it ain't enough though. I mean, with the way he was partying, because dude was partying hard. I mean, he'd work hard, but he'd party hard too. But then it got to a point to where the partying hard was being done a lot more than the working hard. The balance was way off. And so when that's the case, when you partying more than training, when you forget you got ops, when you forget that people waiting on you to fail, people rooting on you to fail, people buying tickets to watch you fail, when you forget that, that's usually when failure is just on the horizon. And unfortunately it was for him. He lost, I want to say after that, he lost a couple more fights, man. Dude went from being on top of the world, being compared to Mayweather, to being called washed up in just a few fights, man. Just really, really tragic. And the saddest part is that this is where we at. The last thing I ever thought I'd be talking about AB, like associated with, is trying to skip out on a tab, man. A tab that's like $2,200. That's a tab that any man should be able to afford. Like, real talk. It ain't about being rich or being poor. A man that's on the grind, a man that's optimizing his time, any man that's out here really putting in the grind work, you ain't even got to be trying to get rich. You just working. You should easily be able to afford a $2,200 tab. So the fact that you got a guy that we know had millions of dollars through his fingers, and he was trying to skip out on a tab like that, that's just, wow, what a fall from grace, man. It's really unfortunate. So as I said before, the last time I talked about him, and I'm meaning the time I talked about him when he was in that one house or whatever, when he had the bar fight situation, I'm always hoping for the best for him, man. I'm always rooting for him. You know, he was on the It Is What It Is show talking about how he gonna make a comeback, he taking belts, this and that. I'm not gonna say it's impossible. All right, I'm not gonna say he can't do it. But the trajectory that he's on right now, unless he makes some serious changes, to the way he operating, it's unlikely that we gonna see that huge comeback that he was selling, that he was hyping up. I'd like to see that for him. Really, I would love to see. It would be one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. But he gonna have to make some changes, man, in order for that to be possible. And right now, it don't seem like he got the motivation to do it himself, and it don't seem like the people around him. And I don't know these people, but it's just saying, it don't seem like the people around him, he respect their opinion enough. If they even trying to coach him to do something different, it don't seem like he respect the people around him opinion enough to where they can say something and then he do some self-reflecting, like, you know what, damn, they right. I done fell off. I got to get back on. So I'm gonna leave it there though, you guys. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. Hit me in them comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.